Welcome guys. In this video I will mainly talk about the drug heparin, that is very emergency drug and being used now and then, and because of this we should know each and every detail of this drug. And this is the emergency drug, and also this is the life saving drug, so you should know everything about this drug and how to use it and when to use it. Okay, so I have mainly make it simple for you to remember by making this flashcard. Okay, so it will be very much interesting to you also, because I would try to made it very in a very easy and simple form so that you can remember it. Okay, and I at the end of this video I have given the case scenario, so do watch till the end. Okay, so it will be clear in your brain that how to use this drug, okay, in which type of patient to use and how we are using it in our day-to-day practice. So let's get started. So first of all we will talk about the mechanism of the action. Okay, so what this drug does is it it binds to antithrombin 3. Okay, now this antithrombin 3, binding to this antithrombin 3, what happens is antithrombin 3 action is accelerated. Okay, it's like it gets more energy, okay, when this heparin binds to it, and then this antithrombin 3, after getting the energy, will bind to the clotting factors and it will destroy it. Okay, so antithrombin 3 is like the soldier, okay, and our heparin is like the king. Okay, king orders the soldier that kill the enemy. Okay, so in this I have drawn this picture so it will be more easy for you to understand. This is antithrombin 3. This is antithrombin 3. Okay, this is the site where the clotting factor is has to be bound. But when heparin is not bound to this drug, there is no use of this antithrombin 3. Okay, its action is very minimal. But when we give this heparin drug, okay, it binds to this antithrombin 3 and it will open up this site for the binding of the clotting factor. So you can see that this blue color is the clotting factor. Okay, so now when this heparin is bound to it, the site is open and so clotting factor was able to bind at that site. Now this clotting factor will be degraded. Okay, in this way there will be no clotting in the capillaries and it will prevent further clotting and blocking of the capillaries. Okay, and patient will be relieved of the symptoms. But you can also understand, okay, at this point, that if it is destroying the clotting factors, okay, what clotting factor does is it prevents bleeding, right? So now this prevention of the bleeding will be affected, so there will be chance of bleeding. So by understanding the mechanism we can also understand the side effects. So this is the most important side effect of this drug. Okay, so you should remember this. Now where we use these drugs, okay, I have told you that if this is a blood vessel there is a clot formed. Okay, and we need to break this clot, we need to prevent further clotting. Okay, so for this we give the drugs, so in DVT, pulmonary embolism and acute MI and other related thromboembolic disorders. So now what are the side effects? I have already explained you this bleeding side effect, right? There is also heparin induced thrombocytopenia. What happens is there is a platelet factor 4. Okay, and this heparin, when this heparin binds to this platelet factor 4, okay, our immune system find this complex as the foreign. Okay, so now our immune system will form the antibody against this. Okay, and this platelet factor 4 is located on the platelet. Okay, so imagine this is the platelet. Let me draw it with other color. This is a platelet and it has one site, okay, that is platelet factor 4. Now antibodies will form against this. So what will happen is that this is the platelets that are flowing freely in our blood. Now this antibody will go and bind to this platelet factor 4 site on the platelets and it will destroy all the platelets. And if you know that if platelets are destroyed, what will happen? Bleeding, right? So this is the very dreadful side effect of this drug, so we should keep this in mind, and there can be chances of allergy as well. Now if there is a toxicity of heparin, what drug has to be used? Okay, this is a question for you. I will give you the answer at the end of this video. Okay, so till then try to remember it if you can, otherwise I will tell you at the end of the video. Okay, so yeah, these are the side effects, that is bleeding, heparin induced thrombocytopenia and allergy. Now pharmacokinetics. You need not to know each and every drug's pharmacokinetics, but here it is important to know, okay, because it will be useful for you in clinical practice. Okay, when you will use this drug, you should know this, that there is a rapid onset of action. So we can use in emergency condition. I have told you that we use in acute MI, pulmonary embolism, right? We give in DVT. This all are emergency condition. So in emergency, we need a drug that is used that can started action within a few minutes or seconds. That's why this drug is a rapid onset of action, so this can be used in emergency condition. Now it is a very short half life. Okay, so action will be for a very short time, so multiple dose has to be given. So again, this is useful for a clinical practice. Okay, if we have given a patient one dose of drug, then we should know that when the other dose has to be given. This is given mainly 6 hourly. Okay, just for practical info. If you want to remember, then you can. And we need to monitor this APTT. Okay, this is very much important. We need to do this, otherwise patient can sue you, okay, if you don't do this. So remember this. So yeah, actually that's all for this video about the drug. Now we have this case scenario. Okay, imagine that you are sitting in the ED, that is emergency department, and 85-year-old man came with chest pain and dyspnea. Okay, chest pain and dyspnea. He has a history of colon cancer. On clinical examination, you found that there was a tachypnea, tachycardia, and D-dimer was raised. So you order HRCT, but empirically you need to give this patient some drug, right? Because you are predicting that patient can have pulmonary embolism. How I came to this diagnosis is patient has chest pain and dyspnea. Okay, and patient has a colon cancer, that is already his blood is thick, right? On the top there is tachypnea, tachycardia, and D-dimer is raised. So this points towards the embolism. Okay, that is clot. So that's why we order this HRCT, but it takes some time, and we cannot wait that HRCT will come and then I will give the drug. Okay, meanwhile there will be blockade of all the arteries, even the main pulmonary trunk can be blocked. Okay, and patient can die. So we cannot risk the condition. So empirically we need to give the patient a drug, and the drug is heparin, right? Now if there is a toxicity, okay, if you have given the patient heparin, but if the dose is increased, or patient if there is a HIT, or if there is a toxicity of this drug, okay, toxicity will be, there will be bleeding in the patient. Okay, there will be bleeding. So now which drug we need to give? What is the antidote? Protamine sulfate. Okay, this is the antidote for the heparin. So yeah, that's all for this video, and thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like my videos.